really poses the greatest damage or threat, if you will, Chris, in my judgment, is the proximity and the location of where these games are being held. They're being held right dead center in the middle of what has been a historic battleground between Russia and the Chechen rebels that have now spun off into an Islamic radical militant group. And so you have the leader of the Chechen rebels, Umarov, calling for attacks on the Olympics, calling for attacks on civilians, including women and children. And then Zawahiri, the al-Qaeda leader, the lieutenant of bin Laden, reinforcing that threat. And so that's a whole new ball game that makes, I think, these Olympics very, very different. I think that there's a high degree of probability that something is going to, something will detonate, something will go off, but I do think it's probably most likely to happen outside of the Ring of Steel in the Olympic Village.
I've got to pick you up on this. You're saying, as the chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, you think that there is a high probability that there will be some explosion outside the Ring of Steel?
Well, I hope I'm wrong in this assessment, but you're talking about an area of the world where suicide bombers go off all the time. And the fact is, right now, Chris, the eyes of the world are upon these Olympics. And the Chechen extremists know this. And they want to make a global statement. They want to make a jihad statement. And what better time to do it than right now? And that is, I think, the biggest threat to these Olympics. So remember, they don't have to hit in the Ring of Steel at the Olympic Village. As long as they hit somewhere in Russia, to them, that's a victory.